The Harley-Davidson name carries weight. For over a century, it has been a symbol of American freedom, rebellion, and iconic style. Yet over the past decade, the motorcycle world has changed dramatically. New technologies, new rider expectations, and a rapidly shifting marketplace have pushed every major manufacturer to evolve or be left behind. And Harley, for all its history, hasn't been immune to that pressure. Enter the 2025 Harley-Davidson Sportster S, a motorcycle that doesn't just mark an evolution of model line, but an evolution of the brand itself. This is not your grandfather's Sportster. It's not even the one from 5 years ago. The Sportster S is a radical reimagining of what a Harley can be, a bike that unapologetically embraces modern performance, technology, and aggressive design, while still managing to carry a subtle nod to the legacy behind its name. When the Sportster S was first introduced as a 2021 model, it took many by surprise. It was lower, sleeker, and far more performance-focused than anything previously wearing the Sportster badge. In 2025, Harley has refined that bold concept even further, sharpening the edges, smoothing the rough spots, and delivering a machine that is as thrilling to ride as it is to look at. The first impression is visual. Park the Sportster S next to any other bike and it immediately commands attention. It's long and low, with a slender profile and a stretched, muscular stance that feels like a fusion of a dragster and a naked sport bike. The massive front tire, a 160 section beast that looks like it belongs on the rear of another motorcycle, dominates the visual balance, while the high-mounted shotgun-style exhaust gives it a racy, almost post-apocalyptic edge. The LED headlamp is a menacing strip of light that adds to the aggressive aesthetic. You can tell right away that Harley isn't trying to play it safe. They're swinging for the fences. And it's not just a pretty face. At the core of the 2025 Sportster S is the Revolution Max 1250T engine, a 1,252cc liquid-cooled V-twin that shares architecture with the Pan America adventure bike, but is tuned very differently. It's lighter, it revs faster, and it's been calibrated for torque-rich, road-focused power delivery. Harley claims 121 horsepower and 94 pound-feet of torque, and what's remarkable is how accessible that power feels across the entire rev range. Twist the throttle and it surges forward with authority, yet there's a level of refinement in the fueling that makes it easy to modulate at low speeds or in traffic. This isn't the old-school Harley thump-thump, it's a smooth, high-revving, modern engine that sings a new song, one filled with urgency and precision. For 2025, Harley has made some thoughtful improvements to the engine's heat management and responsiveness. Riders of earlier models sometimes noted excess heat around the legs, especially in city traffic, but Harley's engineers have introduced better airflow management and tweaks to the exhaust shielding. The result is a more comfortable ride, especially in warmer climates or stop-and-go situations. Additionally, the ride-by-wire throttle has been refined for better feedback and reduced lag, giving you more confidence when rolling on or off the power mid-corner. But performance isn't just about the engine, it's also about the chassis and suspension. The Sportster S uses a steel trellis frame that's tightly integrated with the engine as a structural component. This setup gives the bike a rigid, planted feel, especially at speed. The suspension is fully adjustable up front with 43mm inverted shower forks, while the rear monoshock also shower is preload adjustable. While suspension travel is limited due to the bike's low stance, Harley has done an impressive job tuning the damping for a balance between sporty handling and everyday comfort. That said, you do feel the road. Harsh bumps can transmit through the chassis, and the rear travel is minimal, so aggressive potholes aren't your friend. But on smooth roads or spirited twisties, the Sportster S feels remarkably agile for a cruiser. It's confident, direct, and surprisingly flickable, especially once you get used to the wide front tire. Rider aids are plentiful and smartly integrated. The Sportster S comes with a full suite of electronics powered by a 6-axis IMU. This includes lean-sensitive ABS, cornering traction control, wheel lift control, and multiple ride modes, including sport, road, rain, and a pair of customizable settings. These aren't just gimmicks, they genuinely affect how the bike responds, altering throttle response, traction intervention, and engine braking. You can dial in your perfect setup depending on road conditions or your mood. Want to chill, composed ride through the city? Pop it in road or rain mode. Want to light up the back tire on a back road sprint? Sport mode sharpens everything up and gives the engine a more immediate edge. The interface for all this tech is a 4-inch full-color TFT display mounted neatly within the handlebars. It's bright, easy to read, and surprisingly deep in functionality. You can toggle ride modes, track your stats, pair it with your smartphone for turn-by-turn navigation via the Harley app, and even control music or calls through Bluetooth. It's not overbearing, it strikes a nice balance between form and function. And while many Harley traditionalists may cringe at the thought of screens and tech on their bikes, it's clear this isn't tech for tech's sake. It's useful, it's modern, and it's executed with polish. Comfort-wise, the Sportster S is a mixed bag depending on your expectations. The seat height is a low 29.6 inches, making it accessible for a wide range of riders. The bars are wide and slightly forward, while the stock controls are set in a forward position. Some riders love this ergonomic triangle, it feels sporty, aggressive, and unique. Others find the reach to the controls a bit too much, especially on longer rides. Fortunately, Harley offers mid-control kits that can change the ergonomics dramatically, and for 2025, these kits are more affordable and easier to install than in prior years. The stock seat is minimalist, stylish, and fun for short rides, but extended stints in the saddle will make you wish for an upgrade or at least a gel insert. Fuel range is another area where form slightly trumps function. The tank holds 3.1 gallons, and with an average fuel economy of about 49 miles per gallon, you're looking at roughly 140 to 150 miles per tank depending on how spirited your riding is. For some, that's plenty. For others, especially those used to touring or long-distance rides, it's going to feel a bit limiting. Then again, the Sportster S isn't pretending to be a touring bike. It's built for short, thrilling rides where intensity matters more than duration. Where the Sportster S really excels is in character. This is a motorcycle that's alive. It feels raw, immediate, and visceral. There's a real sense of engagement when you ride it, and not just because of the performance, but because of the way the whole machine talks to you. Every pulse of the engine, every corner, every twist of the throttle feels deliberate. You don't ride this bike because it's the most practical. You ride it because it makes you feel something. And that's really what Harley has captured here. A bike that isn't just about numbers on a spec sheet, but about attitude. In an age where so many motorcycles feel like precision instruments, fast, yes, but clinical, the Sportster S feels like a wild card. It has soul. It has imperfections. But it also has confidence, and style, and enough performance to keep pace with some pretty fast company. The 2025 version adds some subtle but important touches. Paint options now include a bold matte copper and a dark titanium grey that looks stunning in sunlight. Build quality has improved, you'll notice tighter seams, better materials and contact areas, and a more refined finish across the board. Harley has clearly listened to rider feedback and made this iteration the most polished version yet. They've also improved their accessory lineup, offering easier customization right out of the gate. Luggage racks, windscreens, alternate handlebars, touring seats are all available through Harley's catalog with factory-matched fitment. So who is this bike really for? It's for the rider who wants something unique. Someone who wants the Harley name, but doesn't want to be boxed into the cruiser stereotype. It's for performance lovers who also care about design, who want modern tech without sacrificing the feel of the ride. It's for those who look at the sea of naked bikes and standard cruisers and think, I want something with more edge. The Sportster S delivers that edge. Sharp, aggressive, and unapologetically bold. In terms of price, you're looking at around $16,799 base MSRP, with certain colors or accessory packages pushing it higher. That's a premium price point, no doubt. But consider what you're getting: a high-tech, high-performance, uniquely styled machine from one of the most storied motorcycle brands in the world. In that light, the Sportster S starts to feel like a surprisingly good value. Ultimately, the 2025 Harley-Davidson Sportster S is a symbol of transformation. It's not about going back to the past, it's about pushing forward. Harley isn't chasing other brands anymore. With this bike, they're setting their own course. One that's bold, modern, and still unmistakably Harley-Davidson. Thanks for watching, and wait for the next video,